Are you listening? Damn.
Hey guys, I'm Courtney,
And I'm Josh.
Yeah.
and welcome to the Infinite Balance Podcast.
We'll navigate parenting, relationships, health, fitness, and so much more.
So grab a drink, pull up a chair, and let's hang out.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hello!
I feel like a newscaster. And back to you. Nobody
usually-
else is going to get it.
Yeah, no. Okay.
So last week, we talked a lot about getting started and just, even if you don't know exactly where you're going to be ending up, to just really start.
Yeah.
That was kind of the
Clear
moral of the story.
Clear your mindset, get your clear vision and goal, go.
Yep.
Just go.
So this week, we're going to follow up with where to go from there.
Yeah.
After you've started. I think it's important that, we note that, no journey is exactly 100% easy. It's, you're going to come into challenges. You're going to see, just different challenges, and it's nothing to, let that get in your way. You might feel like your tires are spinning and you just get no traction and can't go anywhere. You might feel overwhelmed, like there's so much stuff to do. And, we're kind of going through that process now. There's a lot of things that we've been talking about that we're starting up and that
Yeah.
we're doing and we're getting going.
Big leaps this week.
Yeah. And I think the key is to really get it out of your mind that you're stuck.
Yeah, because I know even this week, yesterday was a big day where it's like my wheels are going. I want to be going. I'm like ready to go, hit the ground running, like let's go, go, go. But I didn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, like I want to do this, but now what?
Right.
And it sucked and I hated it. And I was pretty grouchy from it yesterday because it consumed me. There were other things that made me grouchy, but I wanted to go. I wanted to get all these things accomplished. But I also at the same time knew that I cannot approach every day the way I felt yesterday because I'm just going to burn myself out. And you have to be so aware of not burning yourself out, setting it up so that you have something a little bit each day. But one of the great things about yesterday was that I didn't have the ideas in motion. I was trying to figure out what they were. I wanted to just keep doing stuff, but it wasn't there. So I stopped instead of burning myself out. And today I woke up, it was a new day, and I think today I've punched out like 2 different things that I can offer.
Mm-hmm.
I punched out a freebie and I started creating an online course.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have done that today if I had gone in today with the mindset I did yesterday of like, oh my God, I want to do all this stuff, but it's not happening. I don't know what to do, because then nothing's going to happen. You have to take those days as learning days because you're going to have them.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have those days where you want to do all the things, but you don't know what all the things are.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Learn from those days.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feel like, okay, it's a dead end. There's nothing for me to do. It might happen for a week. You might have a week where you're like, I don't know what to do. Don't let that burn you out. Like, learn from it. Sit back every night and reflect on each day you have like that, saying, okay, what did I want to do today? Why didn't I get that done today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm going to grow and learn from that.
Mm-hmm. And if it's something that you've been, because like I had something come up with developing new web pages and, signing up for the Groupon stuff that we were looking at.
We're on Groupon.
Yeah, we are. Independently.
Yes.
Not Infinite Balance. Can't buy our show, I'm sorry. But
You can sponsor it though.
yeah, why not? Patreon.
Or a sponsor if you're a company and you like us.
Yeah, why not? So, yeah, like I was trying to set up a lot of this stuff and I felt like I was just staring at a screen and my ideas weren't flowing and I felt like I just kept stopping. Like I just felt like I'd be like, oh, I'm so driven to do all this stuff and I'm ready to roll. I'm ready to rock out. And then I would set everything up. I got everything going. I'd start typing. I'd be like,
Now what?
Wait, what the hell just happened? Like, like it just instantly died out on me. And the drive was there. It was just no ideas. I was blanking, like complete writer's block almost. And what it took at that point, I think, was just get done what I could, get things set up so that when I was ready to come back to it, which was this morning, everything was kind of set to go, and I had some more ideas. And what I found was as soon as I stepped away from that computer for like an hour or two, my mind was like, oh, dude, you're looking at it wrong. Don't do it this way. This is the way to do it, And it just kind of hit me. And so I think taking that step back, knowing your boundaries, knowing your limitations, and like your patience level is very important in all that. And just know that, like, just because you've hit a wall, don't sit there and stress yourself out more.
Don't keep running into it.
Right. Don't sit there.
Walk away.
Yeah. Don't sit there fighting for it. Don't sit there, trying to keep struggling for it. Just take a step back. You're going to get back to it. Don't let that out of your head, and just take a break.
Yeah, I think it's so important. I mean, one of the things from our educational background for health and wellness that really stuck with me is that, and I talked about this last week with the change behavior model, that you are going to plateau. You're going to regress. Expect it. It's fine. That is part of growth, is staying where you are. Think about when you're trying to lose weight. When you first trying to lose weight, you drop all this weight super fast, super quick, and then you plateau and you're like, oh my God, why aren't I losing weight? Like, what's changing? It's because your body's gotten used to it. Your mind does the same thing. When you start going and things are, you're getting a new trend, your mind gets used to it.
Yep.
And then you have to switch it up on your mind and be like, okay, great. So we figured this out. What's the next thing?
Yep. Process goes the same for,
mental, body. The processes all work the same.
Yep. And, it's a little bit defeating when you start a project with so much energy and so much focus, and you really have a drive to, you like we are doing this for our livelihoods. We are doing it to help others, yes, but also we have to support our families, and we want to get these businesses started because we just keep hitting walls with everything else that we've kind of, the day-to-day workforce and stuff like that. And this is what we're driven and meant to do. So when you see resistance, it's easy to fall into this mindset where it's like, why? Why? But that's also a really bad mindset to let yourself stay in. Like, don't let yourself get stuck. The why is because it's worth it. And that's the key. The key is to keep that in your head, that what you're driving for is so worth it that you're willing to walk through fire to get to it.
And I think instead of looking at it in that deflated, like, why? Look at it as why, in that positive, optimistic way of, why am I doing this? Because there's going to be those hard days. I know there's been, I don't love admitting it, but it's true. I've had quite a few ventures that I've tried to go into, and it gets really hard and it gets stagnant and nothing happens. And I just get that, why am I doing this? Is this really worth it? And I stop and I give up. And the truth is, they weren't worth it. That's why I gave up. But it's also how you look at it. If there's something that you love and you want to go after it, don't think of it deflated. Remind yourself, when you're asking yourself why, remind yourself of those reasons why you are doing it. I know there's been days where I'm like, this is just hard. I don't know. It's not working out. I thought I'd be further along. I don't know. And I go, why? And then I flip that script and I say, you know what? It's for my children's future. It's for our family's well-being. It's showing the example. I think of all the reasons why I decided to do this. And it makes it a little bit better. It's like, okay, you know what? Today it's not working. but tomorrow's
Tomorrow
a
it
new
will.
day.
Yeah.
And that's exactly, I think I said that to you last night. I was like, I need to have a little pity party for myself. I need to go to bed and wake up knowing that tomorrow is a new day and it's fine.
Well, you also got a lot going on,
Yeah, but I mean, but I think that can go for anything.
Yeah.
For any situation that you come into, you need a little pity party for yourself. Like, go lay in bed with some good ice cream or a good treat. Have a little pity party for yourself. Go to bed and wake up and just not, like, go to bed with that mindset that tomorrow's a new day.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowed to.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
going to be days.
It's when you fall into the trap of letting it last forever,
Which I think we both are guilty of doing at some point. Everyone's guilty of doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It gets hard, and so you just get into that mindset of like, it's hard, it's not working. The next day, oh my gosh, it's still not working. The next day, you know what? And you let it spiral. Don't let it spiral. Make this your year. That's what, we talked about last week.
And sometimes that's just the time to take a step back and sort of reevaluate what's going on.
Yeah.
Think about what you're experiencing, what you're going through. Maybe it's just a project that needs to wait a week. It
And
could very well just be that.
It's okay to readjust. Again, part of the behavior model or whatever it's called is when you hit those plateaus and those regressions to take a step back and look at what is my long-term goal? Why am I struggling so much with this short-term goal or this step to that long-term goal? You know what? Maybe I need to adjust that long-term goal, or maybe I need to adjust the steps to get there. That's that's what you have to do on those really hard days.
Yeah, that's true. So I think that's, pretty much the main goal is that, like we said before, just don't let yourself stay stagnant. And there's methods that you could do besides just kind of stepping back and, saving it till later.
Sometimes that's what people need.
And sometimes you have to look at the positive.
Always look at the positive.
So today, Philip pooped on the potty. That's a major one.
That was huge.
Yep. He
Huge.
knows how. He knows how to use the bathroom.
He's done it.
He can do everything by himself. He refuses to.
He is our child, and he is stubborn.
Yes. Yes, he's very stubborn.
I admit that I'm stubborn. Can you admit that you're stubborn?
Sometimes.
Well, there you go.
But he's the king. I've helped raise my nieces and nephews. I've helped raise autistic families. I help raise their kids. I've had my hand in a little bit of, all different types of situations and family lifestyles and stuff. And I've never seen somebody as stubborn as Philip. It's amazing. He's the only kid where it doesn't matter what you can offer to him or what you can, threaten to take away or whatever, that it just doesn't. He's like, meh, all right.
Which is very much me.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like that as a kid. But what's bad is that he has our combined stubbornness. It's not just my stubbornness, it's yours.
Yeah.
But he
switches up as fast as we do. Like, my method for working around him is kind of like on the fly. Like what's most reinforcive and what's most like hated.
Yeah.
And it switches up in an instant.
Yeah, because he could be like, I want applesauce. And you're like, all right, go poop on the pot. I don't want applesauce.
Yeah.
And you're like, and he means it. Like, he does not want
Yep.
it. Like, even if he goes and you give him that applesauce, he won't eat it.
Yep.
He's proving a point to you.
Yep. He's quick. He's interesting and he's quick.
But that was a positive for today, especially after we got the phone call that he needed completely new clothing, including shoes from school.
Yep. Had to run out in the middle of the day and go and change him. And
so it was like, you know what, kid, you redeemed yourself. And he was really proud of himself. I mean, he was telling everybody in our house.
And where that ties into this episode is that, with him and having so much stuff to do, we often forget that, like, he's just a 3-year-old.
Yeah,
you know?
he's still ahead of the game.
He's ahead of the game, but like, you know, he also he's just a 3-year-old. He's living life how he knows to, you know. And my stress level with having to start businesses and see clients and run everybody back and forth to school and clean up the house and do whatever else I got to do, plus get my workout in, get all of the stuff I have to get done, you know, to have these little hiccups throughout the day is such a pain. But when you have and it's been a long time, like I've tried every trick that I have in the book, and he's mommy obsessed and grandma obsessed. So I tried every trick I have in the book. He doesn't want me in the room. He don't, you know, because he knows I'm good at being that solid figure. Like I'm as immovable as he is in a lot of ways, you know.
Where I am to a point. I can be to a point, and then I'm like, you know what?
But he's a mama's boy too.
Yeah, he knows how to
He's
suck her,
completely a
man.
mommy's boy. So
I mean, yeah.
But you know, I've had my times where I had to kind of just close the door and walk away. I've had the times where like I had to just, you know, walk out of the room, listen for him, and just take a couple of music, you know, seconds or whatever. And to see that, I stopped in the middle of like a really hardcore workout today.
He ran up
and
here.
I ran upstairs as soon as I got the text that he was going. And I brought cookies and cupcakes and all this stuff with me and was like, "What do you want, dude?" And I was so hyped for him.
Yeah.
But, you know, no matter what you feel like, because, you know, we've had breakdown moments over, you know, situations with the kids and stuff like that. Everybody has. It's a very common thing. And, you know, there's moments like that you realize the reward of pushing and pushing and pushing and not giving up on it. Because we could have easily just left him in diapers and whatever, you'll figure it out one day.
I really wanted to do that.
Yeah. But it's just not good for him. It's not good for him adjusting and, you know.
And it would be one thing if he wasn't ready for it, but he's gone.
Yeah.
He's done it. And then he just one day was like, nah, I don't really want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
So the point of all of this is that what we're telling you is not just like, hey, do this. It's things that we've incorporated into our own lives. Like there are days that we've wanted to just give up on potty training because it was rough. But we took a step back. We've reevaluated how we approached it.
Yep.
Even while we're doing it, like mid him sitting on the toilet trying to get him to go, we take a step back and reevaluate what we need to do.
Yep.
And then we keep going.
Yep. There's times I literally was trying to talk to him and he's just screaming at the top of his lungs, crying. And like mid sentence, I'll just stop and be like, it's not working. And I will go and stand right outside the bathroom door, let him get it out, do what he's got to do, and then we'll readdress it.
Yeah.
That's taking a step back, recalibrating, thinking of other things I can bring in that like staying in the moment wouldn't help me with. You know, it's getting rid of that tunnel vision and really helping you see the entire picture of what can happen.
Yep.
Works for business, works for exercise, diets. It works for
everything.
everything.
Life.
Yeah.
Works for life. You do
Sometimes
it more than
she's
you
got to
realize.
take a break from me and lock me in a room and just, you know.
Yeah, those times when I'm like, oh, I'm going to go get some coffee for myself. It's not, and it's, I love you. It's not just you. It's like the kid. For whatever reason,
You're an outside the house person.
I am an outside the house person, 1000%. And if I'm overwhelmed and stressed and there's a lot of anxiety and I cannot do what normally works, that's what I need to. I literally have done it where I've gone and driven around the block by myself like once. And then I'm fine. I need that alone time. I need to be away from everybody.
Yep. Everybody needs it.
But that's me taking a step back, recalibrating, and looking at what I need to do to keep like, all right, let's go. Let's get back into mom mode.
Yeah. And the only reason why I don't have to take it to that level is because, like, you know, throughout my entire life, I've had to come up with situations. Like, I've been introduced to situations where in the moment I had to stop. Like, mid fight or flight response, I had to stop myself and just say, what's going to happen? You know, I remember moments where it was almost felt like I was frozen in time, and I kind of was looking at things with clarity for a hot second and was able to just say, okay, you know, if me and this person are going to get into a fight, this is what's going to happen. What's the best route? And it's stuff like that. Like, however you can step back, it's important to. But
Yeah.
it's important to not give up and not blame yourself for what's going on.
Yeah.
It's all a part of the process.
And it's interesting you brought up blame, because I'm actually doing this like 10-day mindset academy type thing. And it's we haven't even started yet, but this guy is amazing. And he's doing like a pre-group stuff where, like, before the group actually kicks off, we're still doing challenges and stuff. And he's still giving us tips. And one of the things he talked about was that you can't, it's easy to blame others.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to blame others, situations, events, everything. But you'll never truly grow, and you'll never truly be that happy, successful that you want until you can take responsibility.
Mm-hmm. Not blame.
And I was like, mind blown, because it's such a simple thing that you don't even realize, though, that it's so true. And after like the call, I sat down and I just thought to myself, okay, let's think of an example.
Mm-hmm.
What is a situation where I have felt that I didn't get the end results I wanted to, and then blamed someone else?
Mm-hmm.
And it happens every day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have to rethink my framework like on that. It's not, if I don't sign a client up, it's very easy to be like, well, it's their fault I'm not gaining success because they said no to me. Instead of taking responsibility and saying, I didn't offer what they wanted, or I didn't approach it in a way that was conductive to them. Taking responsibility for them, saying no. What could I have done?
Yep. And again, it's not about blaming yourself either.
No.
There's a tricky line there that can be hard to walk if you're not used to it. And you'll kind of hear it, you know, it'll be the voice that gets you down when you say something about yourself. And it's like, instead of being like, I can't come up with any good programs, it's more of, or I can't come up with programs people are interested in. It's more of, you know, what else can I try?
What else can I offer?
What else can I do? Is there something I might be missing? You know, maybe I need to go ask somebody. Maybe I need to just look over my notes or look over my plans, whatever. And that's, I only make that such a big deal because I think it's very important, because that can also kind of get you stuck in the mud, you know?
Yeah, don't look at it and say, oh, well, I'm not worthy of that, or I can't do this. It's okay, what can I do differently?
Yeah.
It's, again, taking a step back and reevaluating it, and with responsibility. He also said this, it's not taking the blame, it's taking ownership. If you're
Yep.
if you're, let's say you have debt, instead of and this is an example he gave.
COVID debt.
Well, he didn't give COVID debt, but he talked about how after college he was in debt. And, you know, he had all the blame. Oh, if my parents had saved money. Oh, if my parents had been smarter with money. Oh, if my grandparents had been smarter with money, I wouldn't have had to pay for college. It would have been done. And he was blaming everyone else. And then he stopped one day and he was like, well, that's not making me any happier. That's not getting rid of my debt. That's just simply making it grow, because I'm not taking ownership. I'm not taking responsibility and ownership that that's my debt. I need to pay it off.
And what that does too is that also produces anger, produces frustration,
negativity,
at the person that you're blaming. And it's not even knowing it, but it's what they call projecting. It's projecting everything that's going wrong with you onto somebody else and fully putting that on them.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not good either, because that gets you all caught up in a whole whirlwind of problems.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you start acting angry with this person and taking out your frustrations with them, however, you know, whatever. But yeah, it's very important to be cautious with that kind of stuff. Take ownership for yourself. I think that was a very good way to put it, is how
Take responsibility, and then don't blame yourself, but take ownership of it. Because when you think about it, like I think of it as when I wanted a car, I had to pay for it myself. Then when I owned it, I took pride in that because it was mine. Something broke with it. I wasn't blaming the outside world. I was like, I got to get that fixed because it's mine. When you take ownership to something, you're much more likely to want to nurture it.
Yep.
So something's going wrong. Take a look at what maybe you're thinking. If you're blaming others or events or situations, flip that script. Take responsibility. Don't blame yourself. Take ownership and nurture the crap out of it. Make it grow.
And understand where it's coming from. That's an important thing too.
Yeah, a lot of this is very much like looking inward.
Yeah. Like if you realize where that situation's coming from and what your roadblock is, that also creates the opportunity to bypass that next time, or, smooth out the road so that there is no roadblock there. It eliminates the problem so that it doesn't keep coming up, because that's happened with us, especially over this past year. We kept running into the same wall over and over again, and like, why do we keep doing this? Well, because you keep running at the same wall. Simple as that.
Switch directions.
Yeah. Try to run into it sideways. Just try it differently. Who knows?
Just turn around.
Yeah.
Go back a few steps. Maybe you take a left step, a right step.
Yep.
Stop running into the wall.
Kick it, spit on it, give it the finger, and walk away lovingly.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what sound I was supposed to make it sound like a lightning bolt.
I think you go first this time.
I do go first this time.
Ha ha.
Rude. Anyway. What?
7. My turn. So, I'm just kidding.
What would have been weird is if I was asking, like, what's your favorite number or something.
It's not 7. I don't know what it would be, but it's not.
Okay. So I'm not going to answer that question, I guess. What is your favorite flavor?
Flavor?
Yeah.
Just of all time? Anything?
Yeah. Like, I like a good old vanilla. It's good ice cream. It's good, like, extract. It's a good scented candle. Vanilla, anything's pretty good, so.
Would you consider spice a flavor?
Yeah, I guess so.
That would probably be it. Because, like
What spice?
Huh?
What spice?
Like spicy. Like,
Oh, I thought there was, like, a specific spice.
No, well, after we ordered the food from Fuel
Your Body Cafe.
Thank you. Sponsor, add us. From Fuel Your Body Cafe. I got it right. And I forgot what I ordered. It was like a chicken wrap with
Thai power wrap.
the Thai power wrap with peanut sauce. What's the name of that?
I thought it was peanut sauce.
It was like Thai peanut or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
remember.
Thai peanut sauce.
Whatever.
If you've eaten Thai, you know what the peanut sauce is.
And like that had a good amount of like sweet and then spice, and like I love that flavor mixed with the peanut butter. Like ever since the first time I had peanut sauce from like a real Asian food place, I was sold. So I guess I'll just go with that. Why not?
I feel like peanut butter is your favorite.
Yeah, no, because like I can have too much of it. Like that's my favorite fallback because it's so like nutrition packed and like power packed.
But it's not your favorite.
I don't consider it my
Peanut
favorite if I can
sauces.
get too much of it.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
But like the Thai peanut sauce, like I might be able to eat it on literally everything and still like it.
Interesting.
Yep. You don't want to do them with me? That's terrible. That's
Maybe next time.
obnoxious. What's one thing that out of your whole business venture specifically that you're eager to learn that's outside of like your typical realm?
I'm interested to learn things that I can't even think of that are going to serve my clients better.
What do you mean?
So for a while I thought that that the only way I could serve my clients was through like one-on-one coaching or a group call. I mean, at first I thought only one-on-one coaching. And then I was like, well, no, there's a way to do group coaching. Then I thought, okay, well, I could also coach people by giving them freebies. Okay. Something that it's almost like an attention grabber.
Mm-hmm.
Get people to just kind of be interested that way while also educating them. Then today it kind of just stumbled upon it as I was creating stuff that I could help my clients through a course.
Mm-hmm.
People who don't have the money or the time or
Like a tutoring thing?
yeah, but like kind of doing a little bit of everything I just mentioned in like a 3-day span.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like individualized. Like if I'm working with a client one-on-one or I'm working with a client in a group, like we're going to sit there and like I'm going to do the equations and do the planning with you, where a course is more like I can structure it however I want because it's my course. But what I'm working on right now is where like I'm giving you the information and you have like a little workbook and I'm giving it to you and teaching you how to do it, and then you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as detailed as getting it done with someone and then like me helping you create a plan, but it's giving you the basis that you need
to get
started,
going on their own.
So that's what I'm working on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean. I'm excited to see outside of the realm of what I'm thinking, what other possibilities there are to working with clients. Because I mean, like I said, I had never thought of creating a course. If you had asked me yesterday or 2 days ago, I need you to create a course for your clients, I would have looked at you like, I don't know how to do that. I don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But
you're good at that though. You're good at taking like a challenge like that, like, and just go. I guess I do it too, but you're good at doing stuff like that and just like almost immediately figuring it out.
Okay, not with everything. I appreciate that, but not with everything.
Well, for example, like you said, like you thought of that this morning. So like, yeah, I can do stuff like that, but like for me with that specific thing, like I would take days to really think about it and work at, like, think of what I want to do, put it down on paper, and like look at different models of things and try to, sounds like overthink the process, to be honest.
Well,
but that's what I do.
You do.
You know, like you're good at just kind of shuffling through that stuff and just get to it, you know?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. I definitely do get into that, like, all right, you know what? I want to create something. Let me just start typing. And I kind of see what happens. And then it starts taking shape. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'll usually show it to you or I'll send it to Kristen. Kristen's
we have to read a lot of her stuff, so you guys better start signing up.
She is like my go-to person. Like I said, I send it to you and then I'm like, hey, I'm creating something. I just sent it to you in an email whenever you get a chance. And at some point she'll like respond back, and it's always, I mean, she always loves everything because she's just so positive and I love her. But she does give great feedback to it, and it's someone who like she's just very creative, and we've known each other forever, so there's no like fear of being honest of like, hey, that looks like crap. Like she will say that to me. She'll be like, oh, I love it, but
yeah.
So find you a Kristen.
I love that journey for you, but
Love it.
ew, David.
But yeah, so that's back to the question. That's what I'm interested in. I'm excited to see how I can better serve my clients in ways that I haven't even thought of yet.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I
like it.
think so.
You gonna do it?
That was terrible on my part. Oh, man. What?
What'd you do?
For a Klondike bar. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
You know, if you asked me when I was a kid, I would say I'd probably swipe one from the store because they always just kept them in the. Somebody always eventually ripped the package and you just.
In the freezer?
Yeah.
Never noticed that.
Yeah.
Ours were always sealed up.
They're-
But like today, like what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Probably nothing.
Oh, I love Klondike bars.
I used to, but I think I had them so much as a kid that I was like,
What would you do for a Choco Taco?
no, that's been a while. That's been a long time. Now nothing. But if I was outside of the health and wellness realm,
And if you're in the
probably-
health and wellness realm and you want one, go get it.
yeah,
Be smart about it.
yeah. It's just not within my interests. So
Yeah, but continue. So what would you?
I'd probably buy a case of them. Everything's so easy to just buy online. You know, Amazon Fresh. Hello. Like, I don't know.
All right, yeah. I guess that jingle doesn't really work anymore.
What?
What would you do for a Klondike? Because like I
Order
I'd
it
go-
online.
go buy it.
Yeah. Parents' credit card or whatever. eBay, even better.
Ew.
Get the classic ones. They're all, just packages of ice cream water. I don't know.
Disgusting. All right.
What's your favorite part about, like, specifically? I want one each, 20 words or less.
Oh my god. I got
What's
my
your favorite?
computer.
What would you say your favorite aspect of each one of our kids are? Or like something they do, or
I love Michael's creativity and his creative mind. It astonishes me what he at 5 years old comes up with in his head and then incorporates it into his everyday life and playing. And I mean, he's creative, but artistically, he's very good too. Like his creativity is amazing.
Yeah, you got to be fast to keep up with him.
Yeah.
When he comes up, like he came up to me today and 2 pencils or something was like, "Oh, this is you do go like this, and they're trains, they're steam trains or whatever."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, it's the thing that goes on the wheels." And
He's
like,
got-
I would not have known that before him.
And his creativity allows him to have like a quick wit.
Yeah,
Like, which is just, and anything creative that you can think of falls into him. And I just love that. Philip, I hate it, but I love his stubbornness, because I just know that is going to allow him to accomplish some amazing things in this world.
and sometimes it's fun now.
Yeah, it can be fun because we're parents. We can poke fun of him with it. We can use it
With
against
how he
him.
throws tantrums.
But like and you've said it. He's so strong-willed that stubbornness mixed with that strong will is going to make him very dangerous in a good way. And I'm excited to see what he does with that. And then Mila, I mean, it's still a little early. I feel like she's gonna be 1 next week or this week when this is airing. But
22nd.
I love her free spirit. She's a free spirit, that girl. Like
She's a combination of both the boys,
yeah.
but she really is just a little wild child. Like she lives life literally on her own terms. Like,
I'm just thinking I wish you guys could see what our house looks like, but she would stand in our den at our couch, and on the other side of the room is this giant dog pillow, because we've got 2 little dogs. We just get them one bed, and she loves that dog pillow. Like the dogs don't even lay on it. Like it's hers. and she would stand on our couch and that little baby waddle run. She'd get to the dog bed and just throw herself into it, like face first, like
Yeah.
fall, and then sit up and hysterically laugh and do it again. Like, girl just lives life the way she is, a free spirit, and life is hers. And I'm excited to see what she does because of that free will, like that free spirit. Like, nobody's gonna tell me no. Even when I was giving birth to her, they told me to stop pushing, and she was like, "Nope."
She was like, "Nope,
nope.
I remember
I'm ready.
Yep.
I'm coming out. Like, make
done.
way. I'm not waiting for you no more."
Doc, I'm done in here.
Yeah, like, so I mean, since she was born, she's been very like, "Nope, I'm doing it my way." Like, and that's what she's.
And that's how she's like Philip, but she's opposite of Philip in the way that, like,
she thinks about it.
And no, like she's like, I'm just gonna do it this way, and really whatever the hell, I don't care.
Yeah, she doesn't
Where
care.
Philip's like, no, you know.
Yeah, she's just very. She's free spirited. So Michael's creativity, Philip's stubbornness, and strong will, and Mila's free spirit.
Wild child.
Yeah, they're a fun combo.
I like it.
What is your favorite type of clothing? Like, if you could wear this all year, this is what you would wear.
Hooded shirts and t-shirts. Tank tops. Shorts. Like jean shorts.
Jorts, if you will.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't know.
Okay, but if you had to pick one, what's your favorite?
Just one.
Yeah.
Then other than that, I'm naked for the rest of the year.
No.
That's not fair.
No, it rotates. Like, let's say your favorite is like jorts. Well, then you're going to change, like, your top will always change. Or let's say your hooded tank top is your favorite, then your pants will always change.
If I had to be stuck with one for the rest of my life and everything else would change, I would probably do like a sleeveless hooded shirt or like a sleeveless tank. With one of
Not
those.
even like a short sleeve?
Hmm?
Not even like a short sleeve, like sleeveless?
Yeah. Because on those really hot days, you know, in springtime, in the fall. I'm from upstate, and where we live on Long Island, to me, it's like always summertime here. And, you know, we rarely see snow, and it's just weird for me. So, like, it's weird that...
We used to see snow more.
Yeah, like, if I go up to you and I tell you I'm cold, it is cold.
I was just going to say, if he wears a coat to go out, like a hoodie to go outside, I'm like, oh.
It's like the White Walkers
out.
are coming. Like, it's cold.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that'd probably be it. I don't know why, I just like hoods. So
hoods are great. Hoods are good all year.
Yeah. If you could teach yourself one talent tomorrow, like know it fully, what would it be?
Oh, that's a tough one because there's immediately 3 that come into my mind. I really want to learn how to play guitar. I got one in high school, never learned how to play it.
I think everybody wants to learn how to play guitar.
Well, it's only because I've had one since I was in high school and don't know what to do with it. I want to learn and be fluent in a foreign language. And I want to learn how to be a better overall artist, like graphic design, drawing, painting, like all of that. Those are the 3. Like, guitar, I guess, really doesn't need, it's more of a like, okay, I just need to learn how to do it. I've had one since high school. Or the other 2 are a little bit more practical, I think. I mean, guitar is practical.
Yeah, I guess.
But like fluently speaking another language, like that's pretty, like depending on the language, it's a good thing to have under your tool belt.
Yeah.
And being a better artist all around, like I said, graphics, like media art, like draw, I don't know all the words. That from a business point of view can be really nice and also very therapeutic because I do really love to draw and paint.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't do it a lot because I
Life.
get frustrated. Well, I get frustrated because I don't know that I'm not a great artist. And so I get frustrated that it's not better.
Mm-hmm.
And so like it's that perfectionist. So
And how do you let that go?
I take a step back, reevaluate, and then try not to run into the wall at the same spot.
Yep. The same way, same spot.
But yeah, I guess those are the two. I would.
She'll literally
Art
just,
and
just drop
language.
a paintbrush on the ground and run the opposite direction.
Yeah. So there's not one thing. It's those two.
Mm.
And I'm sure when I'm laying in bed tonight, I'll think of like 7 more that could be useful in life. But those are the two.
That's how I mess with her. The last question's always a zinger, so she thinks about it when she tries to go to sleep.
So I'm up for the next 10 hours when I want to be up in 10 hours. So, I mean, I had fun with this episode. I really liked what we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
If you really liked what we talked about on your favorite place to listen to podcasts, rate us, help boost us up, and check our Instagram this week because we're going to be doing a giveaway once this drops.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to want to win it.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, it's like a good thing.
We should do a giveaway of all my sound effects.
Oh my gosh. No one would enter.
We don't want to lose all our listeners.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this giveaway, and just don't miss out. We're going to give all the details on our Instagram, how to enter, what you need to do, what you're going to win, and when it closes and when our winner will be announced.
Yep. Also, me and Courtney, like we've been talking about, we're opening up on our web pages and stuff like that. We have a bunch of huge sales coming up on services that we can offer. So if you guys know anybody that's interested, feel free to hit us up. And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like, comment, and subscribe everywhere you can, even YouTube.
All right, guys. Hope you have a great week, and we'll catch you next week.
Bye. She was not expecting that.
No.
You're not going to say bye?
Bye.
There you go. Bye.